Good evening from the West Palm Beach ramp. Just getting ready to get underway here. Got to run some performance numbers. Thought you guys might have to like to have a look from the ramp. As you can see, the passengers are walking on. We've got Blue Finest tonight. Boarding is completed. We're firing up the APU. And we are headed for Washington, D.C., Washington Reagan.
The door to the aircraft has been closed.
And I gotta turn my phone down.
Require all large personal electronic devices to be turned off and stowed at this time.
Start getting that night vision going.
Small airway devices. Please make sure they are switched to airplane. These devices must be unplugged from the outlets.
Let's go ahead and do
back pocket and placed in your pocket or held.
the departure brief.
If it becomes necessary,
What's up, D? Nice
devices
landing the other
turned
night
off
in
during
San
the
Fran,
flight.
man. Sick landing. Gusting 40, and D's like, yeah, no problem, dude. No problem. Let me get the lights going in the flight deck here. I've noticed if I keep these on nice and low, 15, 16%, you can actually see that I've got the JetBlue colors going in the background. Let me put the playlist on. There we go. And how about these ones? There we go. Let there be light. Okay. Let's do a quick departure brief. I'm coming out of West Palm tonight. And I'm going to turn this on just for a little depth perception action. We've got to check the performance numbers. Updated my FS labs here. We got performance and load sheet. So 140, 31.0, down a half.
Hey guys, all packs are on board. Are we clear to close?
Thanks, it'll be a short taxi. Thanks, it'll be a short taxi.
Thanks.
Cockpit doors locked. And since we've gotten blue, life has been a little bit more complicated. Alright, that's all set. So we can uplink the takeoff data and then double click it in there. Alright, so 38, 43, 44. Are you ready for the departure briefing?
Ready.
Alright, tech status is good. A320, no TAMs. We checked those. Weather's good. Runway conditions dry. No de-ice. Pushing off Charlie 12. We're going to go around the corner tail to the left, nose to the south. No need for terrain. Packs on. Block fuels 15. 8. Pumps on. APU's available. Let's get the bleed going. Taking off at 140,000 pounds, so we're pretty light tonight. Extra time at the destination currently looking like 22 minutes to mess around with. Oh, let me see. A little more than that. About 30 minutes, so we're gonna, you know, if we have to go around, we'd be good, right? Let's update the load sheet. That's probably gonna, that should say 10.0 and 154. That's what the burn called for on the SimBrief plan. Burn's calling for 10.0 154, so right in the wheelhouse. So flexing 70 tonight, off runway 10. It's going to be 38, 43, 44. Flap 1 plus F. $18,000 transition, reduction at 1020, 1020. Sector safe for the departure, which is a climb to 12,000, by the way. If I can get that right. Sector safe is charts over here. I'm not going to bother pulling. I'll pull up the charts when we get up into DC. Sector safe is 2,600 within 25 miles of the runway 10 left. Let's keep in mind we'll go up to 3,000. Any problems? At least 3,000. I prefer 5,000. Going up to 12,000 initially. So it's RNAV Carmen, Ryder RBAC Slids, fixed ass Quizzer lens, and then Atlantic Route 16 up to Wilmington. Radnavs are on Palm Beach, both sides. If everything goes to crap, we will come back for a visual. Weather radar on, cruising 37,000. Both engines for taxi. It'll be a short taxi out. Any questions?
None.
Okie dokie. Before start checklist, please. Hey, Jarrell, thanks for that, bud. Appreciate it. We'll be getting underway here momentarily. Before start checklist, please. Before start checklist.
Cockpit prep.
Completed.
Completed. Gear pins and covers.
Removed.
Signs.
On and auto.
Adheres.
Nav.
Fuel quantity.
15,800 pounds.
Takeoff data.
Set.
Baro ref.
3005 set.
3005 set. Electronic load sheet.
Sent.
Down to the line.
Below the line.
Windows and doors.
Closed.
Closed. Beacon.
On.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Parking brake.
Set.
Before start checklist complete.
Alright, let's call for push. Appreciate you stopping by, Jarrell. You got any questions, man, please put them in the chat. I try to keep an eye on the chat while I'm going. My water here. What do I get? Oh, the main camera's down. So there you go. That's better. Should have probably done that before. Let you guys get a look at the flight deck in case you haven't seen it before.
Ground to cockpit. We are connecting the tug now, so please confirm the parking brake is set.
The brake is set. You're clear to connect. Cabin crew armor doors and cross check.
Locking the gear now.
Cabin crew doors to automatic and cross-check.
There we go. And we will use the autosave.
All right, Captain. Bypass pin is inserted and the tug is connected. Ready to push at your discretion, and please release parking brakes.
The brakes released. You clear to push.
Captain, you are clear for engine start.
All right. Oh, I forgot my A cars. Look at that. I booked like 3 different flights. We got to do a flight down to Orlando for Michael Barodinelli, but he is otherwise engaged tonight. Oh, really? Why is it got to be the wrong route?
Checked.
Can't start it till we're stopped.
Bags and personal items under the seat in front of you. Larger
This
items
is the,
may be placed in the overhead bin with wheels or
Black
handles
Marble
facing out.
Night Environment, Florida.
If you're placing a larger
lighting.
bag in the bin, please.
I cleared out my shaders today as well. So I gotta set the parking brake here and start my A cars.
Or in an overhead bin.
Pushback
They may not
complete.
be
Set
stowed in
parking
seat
brakes
back
and
pockets.
confirm.
Brake set, you're clear to
If you are
disconnect.
seated in an emergency exit row, you may be called upon to open the exits in the event of an emergency. If you are unable,
So,
unwilling,
ignition start.
or feel you may injure yourself by performing the actions or
Starting engine 2.
functions described on the safety information card,
Starting engine
please
2.
let us know.
Check.
We'll find you a different seat.
Now I do that because
Our Airbus A320
Stand by.
has a
Unlocking the gate.
JetBlue policy
There are
is
2 doors in
1
the
then
front,
2 unless you're
2
doing a
window
single
exits
engine,
over the
which in
wings,
case
and
it
2
still
doors in
would
the
be
back.
Tug
1
is
then 2.
disconnected and bypass pin
But
has been removed.
I've been told JetBlue's
On the
1 then
dot,
2,
and, have a good flight.
All
so that's what we do.
exits marked
So
with
we
a
got
sign
ble
overhead.
we got
If
bleed air,
necessary, floor level lighting will illuminate the aisle to help
spinning
you
up
find
the
exit.
N2.
In the event of an emergency, leave all
Oil
personal
pressure is
belongings
rising,
and
oil
proceed to
quantity
your nearest
is
exit. Please take a
decreasing
moment
as
now
it
to
goes through the
locate
engine.
closest
We got
exit
N1,
and remember that it
we
might
got a
be
fuel
behind you.
flow, we got ignition Bravo.
If there
We're gonna
is
get an
change in
EGT,
cabin
so we
pressure
get a light
or
off.
oxygen mask will drop from overhead. Firmly pull the mask toward you to start the flow of oxygen. Remove your face covering.
It's not full black
Place the
marble,
mask over your nose
D.
and mouth. Pull the
It's
elastic
just
band
a
around your head and
specific
tighten
to
the
Florida
straps on both
package.
sides. Even though the bag may not inflate, oxygen will be flowing. Be sure to put your mask on first before helping others. We'll let you know it is no longer needed.
What the F
We
just
will be
happened
passing
there?
through the cabin to make sure we are ready for departure. You can help us by making sure your seatbelt is fastened, seat back is upright, tray table is
Do you ever have that happen to you?
all carry-on items are put away. If you have any questions about the safety features of this aircraft, please don't hesitate to ask. Smoking, including the use of
I think we
electronic
just
cigarettes
lost
or
the APU.
vaporizers, is never allowed on any JetBlue flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying smoke detectors in aircraft
Well, I guess we got to do a
restrooms is
crossbleed
federal
start.
offense and could result in a fine. This aircraft has 3 restrooms. There's one in the front of the cabin with 2 in the back. Each is equipped with an infant changing table. To avoid
I don't know what happened there, but I guess we're going to do it. Well, crossbleed start then. D, what the heck happened to me just there?
Carbon neutral, and we're offsetting the CO2 from the fuel used for all of our domestic flights.
I guess they put the yellow pump on, D. All right. Speaking of yellow pump, so I want crossbleed's open. I do this so rarely. Crossbleed open. Set the engine speed, right?
You can also find entertainment listings and other info about today's flight on the Fly Hub or on the JetBlue app. Please note the Fly signal will not be available outside of our coverage area. However, entertainment content will still be available on the Fly
Panic
Hub
one off, right?
at www.flyfly.com.
No. Engine one bleed off.
The first part of today's flight
No.
operates
Engine
outside
one
the
bleed.
coverage area for our fleet
D, run me
Wi-Fi,
through this, will you?
satellite TV, and radio.
I don't know what they do.
Free
They
movies are
just
still
start one,
available
then
on
two.
channels 39, 40, and 41. If you have a handheld
Panic
device
two
with Wi-Fi
off.
capabilities, you may also enjoy free TV shows, magazines, and more, both in and out of coverage on the Fly
Starting
Hub.
engine one.
Just type www.flyfly.com
Starting engine one.
into your browser window.
Checked.
We'll be adjusting the main
Hopefully I
cabin
got
light
enough
for
to start it.
departure. If you need it, there is a reading light above your seat.
I'm probably
We're
doing
here
this
to make sure
cross.
you have a
Am I
safe
doing
and
this
comfortable
crossbleed
flight.
the right way?
Please report
D.
any inappropriate behavior
I don't know what happened there. I must
to
have
an in-flight crew member.
accidentally hit the
Thanks for your
APU switch,
attention.
but
We hope you enjoy the JetBlue experience.
ignition alpha. That was very strange. I don't know if that was auto shutdown, D, or okay, the bleed's shut. We can kill that. We're pretty much empty tonight. Did I lose center pumps? No. I believe for, yeah, I had to do the crossbleed for that one. It's all set now. How hot did it get in the cabin? Look at that, dude. Look at how hot it got in the cabin. Just in those 5 minutes. Pack flow's on high now. We'll try to cool it down. Right. I got a center tank fusel, so center tank pumps come off. I've never seen this happen. Yeah, now it's giving me a... Alright. After start checklist. After start checklist.
Anti-ice.
Off.
ECAM status.
Is checked. Checked.
Pitch trim.
31% set.
Rudder trim.
Zeroed.
After start checklist complete.
Yeah, I did the crossbleed for the start, D. Brake check.
Pressure 0.
Palm Beach traffic, it's JetBlue 2534, taxiing runway 10 left. Do I even have brakes? I don't have a rudder. Okay, that's not good. So we do this. Why do I all of a sudden not have anything? Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be dimming the cabin light.
What is going on here? This is not good. I want to slope. That's good. No, not that one. That's good, that's good. Alright. Let's see. Brake check.
Pressure 0.
And now I gotta reverse the damn thing. This is very weird. I just updated the FS Labs today and it's like everything's backwards all of a sudden. Reverse. Close. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's try this again. Alright. Flight control check.
Thank you, cabin crew.
Ready.
Seats for takeoff, please.
Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Rudder.
With you. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
And he's going to do his flight control check, and then I'll call for the before takeoff checklist. The side stick cam up and running now. Now I have no ground movement. Oh yeah, the FS Labs is something's going on with it. Before takeoff checklist. Before takeoff checklist.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Checked. Flight instruments.
Checked.
Checked. Briefing.
Confirmed.
Flap setting.
Config 1 plus F.
Config 1 plus F. V1, VR, V2, flex temp.
V1138, BR143, V2144. Flex temp 70 degrees. Flex temp 70 degrees. I don't have the runway bump.
V1 138, VR 143, V2 144, flex temp 70 degrees. ATC.
Set.
ECAM memo.
Take off, no blue.
Down to the line.
I hear a little bit of it, but I'm like missing some of it. Threading sound volumes. Oh, that's good. Westbound traffic, JetBlue 2534, crossing runway 41432 on Charlie. Get the lights. Clear left side.
Clear right side. Check.
Should have ATC into DC. So Orbex just released Charleston, West Virginia airport today, or in the previous few days. So hopefully West Palm could be on the way. There we go. Now I got the ground shaking. Usually gives you a thump there. Good evening, folks from the flight deck. Your captain speaking. We're number 1 in line for takeoff. Once we're airborne, 1 hour 54 minutes up to Washington, D.C. Should be a smooth flight over the Atlantic, crossing the coast at Wilmington in the Carolinas, and then landing to the south in D.C. Those on the right-hand side and the left-hand side should get a gorgeous view as we come down the river into D.C. tonight. Cabin crew, please prepare for takeoff. I'll be back to you folks with an update on the weather in D.C. Once we get airborne. Sit back, relax, enjoy the flight. It's missing a sound for sure. It's missing like the thump, 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 thump. And it's not doing my announcement. Why didn't it do my announcement? West Palm traffic, it's JBU2534 departing 10 left, slides 2. Below the line.
Takeoff runway.
10 left confirmed.
10 left confirmed. Cabin crew.
Advised.
TCAS.
TARA.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
PAX.
On.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
Ready?
Affirm.
Takeoff light, please.
Approaching 10 left.
Clear left. Clear left. Clear left side.
Clear right side. Check.
On runway 10
Take off.
left.
Check.
And flex 70 SRS runway, auto thrust blue.
Checked. Thrust set.
Checked. Now I got the ground roll shit.
$100 knots.
Checks.
V1. Rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Hard overcast tonight. There's 1,000. Thrust climb, auto thrust.
Checked.
We're nice and light. On a heavy plane, you gotta leave the thrust in a little bit longer to make Carmen. Flap 0.
Speed checked. Flap 0.
That's it right there. level 370 blue.
Checked.
And usually at night, right here, they'll hand you right off to Miami Center. I forget what Rex set that I put in. Homesick angel tonight. If ATC is really nice to you, they'll give you direct to lens once you hit 10K. So that you don't have to do the dog leg. That's 10K. Speed it up.
Confirm seatbelts off.
Confirm.
Confirm. Clear red nav.
Confirm.
We're now at 10,000 feet. If you are in an even more space heat equipment power outlet,
Call for checklist.
now.
I have to take off climb checklist.
Landing gear. Up. Flaps.
Retracted.
Packs.
On.
Down to the line.
Set standard.
Standard. Cross-checked. Passing flight level 115.
Our in-flight service will begin momentarily. On today's flight, we're offering bottled water and a limited selection of
Now.
beverages,
Checked.
along with your choice of tea
Below
and
the line.
coffee.
Aero ref.
Standard
Confirm
set.
copy. Active to secondary. Standard. Set. After takeoff, climb checklist complete.
Confirm.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
Cruise flight level is as shown. Optimum flight level is as shown. Recommended max flight level is as shown. Are you happy with our current selected flight level?
Yes.
Okay.
Apparently I can't type today.
Checked.
Alright, there we go. We're above 12,000. The big thing here is to get above the traffic that's descending into West Palm or Fort Lauderdale or Miami. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to match this up. I'm going to hit autopilot 1. It's going to give me a little bit of bank, and then we're going to go direct to lens to cut off some of that, and we're going to go beam points in. Because there's no ATC as far as I know, unless Howard came on, then he's going to be pissed. Looks like first ATC for us might be DC Center. Hopefully they stay on and pick us up. So that'll be 3372. Preset that. Set the airports. Checked. All right. Let's dump the side stick cam. I gotta fix these Rex clouds again. Actually, I think they kind of look good, but it's just a little too bright for my liking. But it might be a full moon. Is it a full moon? Oh yeah, full moon. Fair enough. Full moon and some haze down there. So we get seatbelts off. I'm going to go hit the snack shack here. Folks, if you're watching, you have any questions, feel free to put them in chat. The Nightbot will be in the chat. He will let you know if you want to know specs, join the Discord, whatever you'd like to do, let us know. So I'll be back with you guys in just a few minutes. Got to start the in-flight service. have snacks, we'll travel. I'll be off the mic, guys, so you don't have to hear me chomping on Teddy Grahams. I just the affinity mask D. All I do with that is just whatever FS Labs says, and it seems to work pretty well for me. I mean, you've seen me fly pretty much the main narrow bodies, the 7.3, the Mad Dog, and the FS Labs. Of course, the FS Labs is my baby. As is it yours. There we go. There's Hub. Welcome, my friend. I just texted Hub and said, I see 3 people in the chat. Does that mean you're creeping on us? And here he is. Here he is. The Hammer story. I'm gonna have to tell the Hammer story. You watch. Hub's gonna be designing airplanes for Airbus or Boeing one day. Either that or fixing them, or both. It's like JetBlue 121's coming south here. Should be going up West Palm. 121. JFK to NYNN. Is that actual JetBlue 121? JetBlue 121. 21 flights usually go to West Palm. Oh, it is New York to Nassau. Interesting. So we should pass him on the way out there. I'm going to do Nassau from JFK here one of these days coming up. So the affinity mask, I'm still on 5.2. I just updated the FS Lab so we can actually offset. You do the offset now. I can't remember. How do you do that? So the offset works here on this one. I think they're still working on the hold logic. Let me get this in for this guy. KPBI-19. There you go. I'm back on flight plan. So yeah, I don't really mess with the affinity mask. It's worked pretty well for me, just doing what FS Labs has. I'll be happy to post the config file. I do need to change. I changed my night exposure. I just changed the Rex clouds as well. Put back in, I think, set 7. Set 7 and set... I don't exactly remember. The EA looks a little bit better. And I killed all the shaders as well. So we're going to have DC center. I'm getting good frames. There should be a frame counter in the bottom left. Yeah, 60 frames. 60 frames in the air is normal. I had been having problems with the radio the other day. Obviously, we went to the last video on the channel. We went down to St. Martin on last Saturday. My God, that's been that long since I've flown. No wonder I'm cranky. So yeah. Oh, Lauderdale had ATC tonight. Are they got approach on? Just ground? Just ground. 320 for 370. Probably give the passengers an update once we get up to cruise. Nice and smooth. So, tell me the dogs know why. Is it because they're moving around? So EFOB's 5.5. If we had come out to Quizzer and then come up to Lens the other way, we might have saved a couple of pounds of fuel, potentially. Or might have burned a couple more, but we're supposed to land with 5.2. Really kind of a weird jet right now. I don't know if I can pull this up on the... So I can pull this up on Volanta for you guys. Screenshots. Like one. Didn't really take another one. That was a briefing. Oh, this is good. They got this here now. So, if it gives us... This is going to give me my... Yeah, so, kind of a weird jet at 340, 390. It's a crosswind here for us, and then it swirls into a tailwind there, so it's a little strange. I would expect in the next day or two to see this jet slide over to the coast, because normally speaking for the summer, it's straight up and down. But just a little bit weird tonight. Top of climb, that's going to come right down to... That's going to come down a little more for Gruber. So interpolated tropopause. That means Volanta updated, by the way. Can I do a better scan? Let's see if it Oh, it's doing the add-ons now. This is good. I think this is good. Is it going to tell me 68 or 69, 70? Ah, there we go. So Volanta did update. This is good news. This is good news. So we can do schedules. And we can set DCA. And we can do airline, JetBlue. And then we can see all the options we'll have. So we'll probably take, hopefully tomorrow, little Michael Baradnelli will be able to watch, and we will go back down to Orlando because we promised to take him to Disney World. So this is a pretty good update for Volanta. I didn't even realize that it had updated, but I'm going to go ahead and put that on the schedule, add to roster. All right, this is outstanding. Does that say earn prizes? Oh, discover new places, challenges. What do we got for challenges? I got to do like an Atlas Air Cargo, Miami to Ibiza. Do that overnight one night. I got to go up to Lukla, oh, Svalbard. That's an Orbex airport. It's way up there. Yeah, that's way up there. Maybe double into Svalbard or something. Did I do Gibraltar? I've completed 5. Does this mean 1, 2, 3, 4? Well, I haven't done Paro yet. So completed. I've done the milk run. I've done the RNAV challenge. I did that though. We'll have to go back down south to these airports here. I did the Dubrovnik VOR Alpha. We did the NZQN.
1,000 to go.
Checked. And we've obviously done Juliana. So we got to do Gibraltar, Portugal. Ah, you know what I forgot to do? I have the. Oh, I cleared it. Let's see if I got a good date here. Right. Let's go back into storage. Oh, here we go. 4-1. Well, this is interesting. Oh, it's because I did it to some. I did it into an accidental. I accidentally put it in a folder. Oh, that's, yeah. So it's the any builds. I slid my downloads over to this mess of a. There we go. So I have. Let's do this. Slide these back over to downloads. There we go. So those.
Cruising flight level 370.
Clear air turbulence. Mach out cruise.
Checked.
Cruising flight level 370 checked. And 248. So on. Just under an hour and 30 minutes. An hour and 20 minutes, excuse me. 38, 48. An hour and 28 minutes. Right?
Checked.
Checked, thank you. Let's get the weather for DC. Get the ATIS. And the weather for now. I should have done an auto update. I'll do that now because it's gonna. No. So we should have a couple messages here now. Double ATIS. So Lima's active. That should be VATS in. Alright, weather. 27. It's hot in DC right now. Volanta's free, and I got the update there, D. I did get the Volanta update. So it's 26 times 1.8 plus 32, 78.8, 79 degrees. So that's 1 hour. So that's 10:55. Okay, folks, from the flight deck, cruising along now, 37,000 feet, flight level 370, as we call it up here on the flight deck. Should be arriving into Washington just about an hour and a half. Should have you on the gate at 10:55 p.m. Eastern time. So just a little under an hour and a half. Weather in Washington, gusty winds out of the south, 17 to 25 miles an hour. Could be a little bit bumpy on the way in. Scattered clouds at 14,000 feet. Good visibility, and the temperature pretty warm, 79 degrees Fahrenheit currently. Sit back, relax, enjoy the rest of the flight and the JetBlue experience.
Okay, folks, from the flight deck, cruising along now.
There we go.
37,000 feet, flight level 370, as we call it up here on the flight deck. Should be arriving into Washington just about an hour and a half. Should have you on the gate at 10:55 p.m. Eastern time, so just a little under an hour and a half. Weather in Washington, gusty winds out of the south. 17 to 25 miles an hour. Could be a little bit bumpy on the way in. Scattered clouds at 14,000 feet. Good visibility, and the temperature pretty warm, 79 degrees Fahrenheit currently. Sit back, relax, enjoy the rest of the flight and the JetBlue experience.
Indeed it is. Cloudy, partly cloudy at Ronald Reagan. Alright guys, snack time. I'm going to leave you with some cinematics. Wait, before I do the cinematics, let's go to Volanta. You can indeed do a Project Fly import. Where is it? Okay, there's a data import. So you can do Project Fly. You can import from VATSIM, as a matter of fact. Export. Interesting. So you could do Project Fly, Sim Toolkit Pro, and Multiplayer Networks. And then you can actually export Volanta. And the one thing I forgot to do is this, which is it does automatic time lock, which I prefer that. So I'm going to stick you guys into cinematics. I will have the chat with me. What is happening here? This is interesting. Shrinking everything. There we go. Turning over lens now. In the hub view. I have this weird thing right out here on the ARs. It's like it's a wall of water down there. If you send down, it's like a wall. I believe it's where the Orbex cutoff is. So like the terrain doesn't match, and I've uninstalled and reinstalled 100,000 times. Doesn't matter. There is a straight up line that goes from here to there. And are we over the Bahamas now? No, I was just looking at water. So I'm going to leave you guys off in the cinematics for now. I don't have the chat right here, but yes, you can indeed. Did we just go to hub view, or are we in cinematics? Cinematic mode. There we go. I'm going to have a quick snack. Yes, yep, you can import your data. And then I have the premium, and I'll tell you what, the autosave has bailed me out. It bailed me out on across the pond, you know, knock on wood. You do have to clear your autosave data, because it's supposed to be cloud autosave, so you would think it would go to a Volanta cloud, but it doesn't. So, cruising along, let's see what our 439 on the descent for the triple pause. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, you want to see. So might as well do that. And at that 439. It's pretty stable pretty much the rest of the way, except for Gruber. See what it gives us for a Mach. Slow us down, I think. Or speed us up. Or just stay the same. It's only a 3,000 foot difference. So off we go up to Wilmington. And I will leave you guys for the moment into cinematics. You can turn the, what's it called, off too if you guys want. The sound off when we're in cinematics. That's a pretty cool view. I'm gonna have to say I like that view. Alright guys, back with you in just a few. So guys, Blue's going bananas upstairs. So what I'm gonna do is, before we get to Wilmington, presumably I haven't been pinged by anybody. V-Pilot can come on top. There we go. Yeah, first thing we'll be pinged by is DC Center. I hope it's Aaron Albertson. That'd be cool. He has CPDLC. It's weird. Why is it only giving me a number? It usually gives me a name. Weird. Whatever he's been doing, he's been around for a while. Alright, anyways, we'll hit you back, guys, once we get closer to DC. I gotta go make sure my poor wife doesn't get eaten by Blue. dog's out of control. Should be coming up on DC any second now. Is DC approach on? No. Alright, so we should have updated ATIS here. Could be actually real world ATIS. I don't know if he put on, if DC Center put on the actual ATIS. Yeah, so see how it went Lima, Charlie Delta? So that's DC right there. So it's going to be a bumpy ride in, and we are light, so it's going to be, we'll be bouncing around. All right, what do we got? Revision 19, so 2982, so let's preset that. Which is about 100 feet off what we're at. Nine or 82, back to standard. So, D, if you're still here, Mike Static says there's a guy on Avsim. I'm going to go look for the post. Let's see. But he says look for Steve K on Avsim. Let's declutter this down here. Obviously, we're coming up to Wilmington. So let's take a look at the ATIS info Delta, which is going to be, I'm going to check the real world info. Real world's probably on like Mica, I would imagine. So DCA, no, real world info is Delta. So that Lima info down here, that was DC Center, and I imagine he's going offline if he didn't update the ATIS, or maybe the ground. What's going on here? The DC ATIS is on, and Potomac Approach is on 1985, so that's good to know. And can I get the ATIS? Can we do that? It's very strange. Details, no. Alright, so it's 1985 for Potomac Approach. So we are just about to cross over the coast here. Might be able to see the coast down there. Actually kind of like these. I like these Cumulus. I think it's set 7 in Rex. I like these Cumulus a lot better. So I am gonna, we got 160 miles to go to the top of descent, so what I'm gonna do is grab the wind data, and then on the hour I will grab some, let's say 52, yeah, 52 on the ground. That's if we do 280, so I'm actually gonna delete the speeds. I can stick them back in. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna review, we're gonna do our top hat now, right? So it's gonna be top hat. I'm gonna draw a line, right? Top hat. So I'm gonna go flight plan, I'm gonna play mode, we'll go 40 miles. We got waves. Check the constraints, waves, 220, 210. I'm gonna delete the 280. Come in here, I'm gonna go clear 280. And I can manually do it. ELAP. Alright. K-set's above 17. ELAP, I'm going to delete the speeds. Because we are going in, you know, we have to come up and around, right? Insert that. Bully. Flips. It's 280, 10, 9, 90. So flips. Oops. Flips. On the arrival, below 11 and 280 for the runway we're landing on. And then she'll start slowing down there, and then Mojo. So we got the wind data uplink, so we can do that. Put that in there. Uplink insert. Check the descent wind. Give it a minute till it inserts. Back to the flight plan. I'm gonna go next page, next page, next page. Slide up. Bully caps flips. Mojo's at 10 and 250. Smoot. What's up with these waypoint names? 7,000 or above. BAM's at 6,000. We'll decel after that. Packy is, we'll probably be down to, I would imagine we'll be down at 3,000 there. And then I'm going to actually stick Fergie in here. They probably won't. They'll probably just have us call the river and we'll fly the river. We'll just use, we're backed up with this RNAV is all we're doing. We're backing up with the RNAV. Let's see, do we get new ATIS? Message, no, we got a gate. We have a gate, better not be 24. Stand 26, 251 Zulu. So, good enough. DC should be calling us any second now. You can actually see that our top of descent, when I deleted the speeds, our top of descent moved out further. You see that? Pretty cool. And the wind, also the wind data came up, so it did that. So we need to get on the 7 past the hour. We might be able to get it now, but 7 past the hour we'll get the weather for DC. This could be 152 Zulu. It is now 2. Okay, good. So 200 at 14, gust and 24. So it's going to be bumpy. 2982, which we preset. 2618. So rad navs. We don't have anything coming in here. I'll reset these for DCA once we're closer. Progress page. DCA 19's in here. Give it a report. Top of descent 158, 226, so about 19 minutes or so. Yep. Performance. This is where we borrow his page here. So we got 200 at 14, gust and 24. The RNAV RNP has a minimum of 400, well actually it's 0.3, so it's 550 feet decision altitude. So we'll do 550. Temperature's 26, which is still 77. Warm there tonight, huh? And we got 2982, low pressure, or low air pressure. Right, perf, fuel prediction. Estimate 5.5. We got 8,000 on board. Looks good. And we're going to be holding some nose down trim because the center of gravity is 32.6. Further aft it goes. You can actually see it on the wheel here. Further aft we go. It's actually trimmed. For takeoff, we would be trimmed back here, down, but since we're going, I find this interesting. I would think when the center of gravity is, you know, okay, so here's our center of gravity, 32.6, you would think it would be zeroed out for that. But I guess that's takeoff only, I suppose. That's something that probably Debrowan could take care of, you know, answer. And then the secondary, so we're going to copy the active. Well, what I am going to do is I'm just going to stick in a visual to 19 here. Actually, what I might do, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stick Fergie in that, just in case. So I'm going to come down. Alright, I'm going to stick Fergie 3000. And I'm told they're not allowed to do this. They're not allowed to build it in on their own. Fergie is 210 and 3000. descending. So that Fergie's in there now. And we are all set. So now let's do the approach briefing. Are you ready for the approach briefing?
Ready.
18 times. We got an A320 landing with a good tech status at Washington, Reagan. No TAMs for Reagan. Kind of should take a look at Olanta and have a peek see here for some briefings. No TAMs. Let's see, here we go. 1533 closed except taxi. 22 closed except taxi. 4 closed except taxi to take off. Localized directional aid, runway 19, DME required, blah blah blah. 119 closed, daily, 04 to 930 Zulu. That does not affect us. Contra ILS, 22, 350 just remaining, light, serviceable. Runway 4, 2,000 foot distance sign, no good. And taxiway Zulu's closed. Markings. Now let's look 1. RNAV GPS 15. LDA Zulu 19. Minimums. Obstacle departure. That's 1. There's a new fix here, obviously. Oh, interesting. On left turn at 2200 on DCA. Special aircraft 41C minimal climate. So this is interesting. I wonder how they change these to be interesting. Special security instructions, and that covers it. So no TAMs are reviewed. Weather's good. Gusty winds from the south. Accessibility's fine. If all else fails, we'll just bail out to Dulles. 19 extra fuel is extra fuel. We're gonna have 36 minutes, 2,500 pounds, and you can see now we're actually estimated to land with 5.9, 5.5, 5.9. That's interesting. If I go to fuel prediction, it's telling us 5.9. So fair enough. At any rate, altitude and speed constraints we just went over. Holdings, hopefully we won't have to do that. It's going to be an RNAV RNP. Final fix is 1500 at SATOC, I believe. It's either Grays or SATOC. I think it's SATOC. Yep, final approach point is 1500 at SATOC. Minimum is 550, and that's a decision altitude, not a MDA. Glide path is 3 degrees from SATOC down in the left turn and right turn arc. Missed approach procedure, there is none. I don't believe, is there? Yep, climb to 3000, hold at Baden. Alternate, we don't have one. We'll have enough juice to go to Dulles if need be. Degraded nav, we shouldn't have, because we just, I don't know, we did lose the, so yeah, we've got some drift here. And this is probably, I would imagine this is due to the aircraft. We lost the APU, so I imagine that's what happened there. So we got to kind of watch that. So we got 0.09, we need 0.30, so we're still good. Runway data, it's a short runway. We're going to need auto brake medium. Tail strike, it's a 320, not too terribly concerned about that. And then auto brake medium, reverse max. Taxiing in. Probably plan to vacate onto runway 22, right turn onto 22, or Fox if we can make it. We're pretty late, so Fox if we can make it. Fox, 22, or Alpha. And then turn back for Juliet into the ramp by a Kilo 2, which would be Mike for our purposes. Radnavs we will fix up once we get there. And config full, securing the aircraft, and we will start the APU on taxi. And now We got an updated ATIS here. Looks like a special. Delta now. So did they just go off like, whoa, let's say 36 knots? 16 gusting 23. Interesting. Let's see if that... so Delta's actually current in general. Let's see if the weather popped here. Did that go through? No. What time was this at? This is at 0052. Interesting. This is at 150. So, I don't know. We'll go with 14. Because that's active sky weather. Interesting. 214. Good enough. Alright. Set to go. Let's go progress. 91 to top of descent. So, probably about 9-10 minutes. Just enough time to take a quick break. What happened at DC Center, by the way? Oh, you went offline. Alright, so 1985 is where we're going to be. Fair enough, we did delete the speeds. Any tower? No. He might have gone offline, I'm not sure. Alright. Let's get ready to land this bad boy. Any questions?
I'm good.
Thank you. I'll break medium set. Just in time. And we got a new ATIS. ATIS is going bananas. Oh, Echo now. There it is. And ATC's timed out, so we got Echo. Good evening, folks. Beginning our initial descent into the Washington, D.C. airport now. As we begin the descent, going to turn the seatbelt sign on. There are some gusty winds in D.C. this evening. Could wind up being a little bumpy on the way in, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that seatbelt sign on right as we start down here. Arriving tonight to gate 26 at Washington. It'll be baggage claim number 4, lower level. Hope you enjoyed the flight this evening. Quick update for the weather in DC. Still those gusty south winds, 14 to 28 miles an hour. So again, could be bumpy on the approach. Temperature still 77 degrees and a scattered clouds at 14,000 feet. Thanks again for flying JetBlue. Glad we could help you out this evening, and hope you look forward to seeing you on another JetBlue flight in the future. Hashtag help you. Good evening, folks. Beginning our initial descent to the Washington, D.C. airport now. As we begin the descent, I'm going to turn the seatbelt sign on. There are some gusty winds in D.C. this evening. Could wind up being a little bumpy on the way in, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that seatbelt sign on right as we start down here. Arriving tonight to gate 26 at Washington. It'll be baggage claim number 4, lower level. Hope you enjoyed the flight this evening. Quick update for the weather in D.C. Still those gusty south winds, 14 to 28 miles an hour. So again, could be bumpy on the approach. Temperature still 77 degrees and a scattered clouds at 14,000 feet. Thanks again for flying JetBlue. Glad we could help you out this evening, and hope you look forward to seeing you on another JetBlue flight in the future. Just coming up off the starboard side. Can't quite see it, but we're going to be crossing over the
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt
Norfolk,
sign. Please
Newburgh
return to your seat and fasten your seatbelt.
right in this neck
At
of the
this
woods
time,
here.
the washroom facilities will not be available.
In front of us is Petersburg, Virginia. Actually, excuse me, that's Richmond, which is another JetBlue destination. I'll have to just take a spin in there anyways. So let's see, fuel prediction says 5.5 now. And we are 10 feet high on the path. Go ahead and check in with approach once we get to, I don't know, 18,000 or so. And we are descending with Echo on board, which I think is real world. No. Echo is Vatson. Broken 14,000, sorry. And broken 25,000. That doesn't look broken to me. But again, we're over Richmond. Could actually pull the Richmond weather and see what it says for Richmond. No, Richmond doesn't have D8s. Where's this guy going? What I'd like for Navigraph to do now that they've bought SimBrief, so Delta 800, he's going to Dulles, so it shouldn't factor in. I gotta do like an Atlanta to Dulles in the Mad Dog. because I have Dulles and I never did install it. Flight level 250 for 6,000. Flight level 100 magenta. Looks like Delta 847 is headed for DC. Pop up the Mad Dog next. Put in Dulles and do it landing at Dulles. What I really wish we could get is a updated DC AFCAD. Rob Arnold still showing there. Hashtag help you.
Cabin crew, prepare for arrival.
It's 20,000. Set QNH 2982. QNH 2982 set.
2989 set, passing 17,500.
Speed.
Checked. Now.
Checked. Approach checklist.
Okay.
No. Approach checklist.
Briefing.
Confirmed.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Seatbelts.
On.
Aeroref.
2982 set.
2988 set, minimum.
550 feet set.
550 feet. Set. Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Approach checklist complete.
Tell me approach went offline. Potomac approach, good evening at JetBlue 2534, descending caps 3, just about overhead caps with information echo.
JetBlue 2534, Potomac, hello, squawk 2144.
2144 coming out for you, JetBlue 2534. 2144, and we gave him a flash.
Checked.
JetBlue 2534, thanks for ready to contact. Send via the Cap 3 route, we'll plan the river visual 19er.
Descend via the Cap 3, we'll plan the river visual 19 for JetBlue 2534. And you got me 5x5, yeah?
Checked.
Yeah, I do.
Thanks, sir. I was having problems with this the other day.
Delta 843 holding short of runway 22.
Delta 847 on Alpha cross 22, taxi via Kilo to the ramp.
Cross runway 22 at Kilo, continue taxi by Kilo to the ramp. See ya.
Potomac approach, Delta 800's at a 10,000 at Cavalier, going to Dulles.
Delta 800, Potomac, hello, ready to contact you, descend via the Cavalier for arrival, plan the visual 19er left, unless you got something else set up.
Nope, that'll work, 19er left, Cavalier 4, Delta 800.
An aircraft on frequency, Potomac will be closing in probably 15 minutes.
Dulles, correction, Washington National Traffic, correction, Washington National, West.
How about Potomac
correction.
approach? Potomac approach, buddy. That's what you're looking for.
Aircraft attempting to check. I'm going to try again.
Speed.
West
Checked.
correction, American 1855, request correction, ready for pushback.
American 1855, Potomac departure, good evening. Push on a Kilo approved, plan runway 19er, call ready to taxi.
Pushback approved on Kilo, West correction, American 1855.
Frontier flight 110 heading 330.
How many times are you going to say correction, bud? It's okay. Simmer down. You'll be
330,
fine.
Frontier flight 110.
See, we're in a very slow descent now because it's below 11 it flips, and then Mojo's 10.
Skywest 47 is going to maintain 7,000.
7,000, Skywest 47.
Skywest 47, fly heading up 270, speed vector to the approach.
There we go, she's slowing up now, it's 250.
270, Skywest 47.
She's also stuttering like a banshee.
Hey, good evening, Potomac, King Air, November 2073 Tango.
Yeah, 2073 Tango.
Yeah, good evening, Potomac. I'd request, you're able to send me preferred routing from Hagerstown Regional up to Hyannis, Massachusetts.
Hyannis, dude, wow.
I can give me the identifier for that destination.
10K.
It's KHYA, I got that, but it's not pulling preferred routing for your guys' server. Do you have one?
We don't have one going up there. It's kind of your discretion, whatever you can find online, really.
Excellent. Okay, we'll be back in touch with you. 73 Tango, thank you.
Frontier Flight 110, heading 120, descend to maintain 3,000.
Heading 120, descend to maintain 3,000.
Don't need the LS buttons. Good to go. He's good to go. 6,000. There she is. Airport's loading in. So the one bad thing about Druzicki is all the textures. You see them lighten up. You see all the auto gym, the lights, everything lighten up. One bad thing I find about Druzicki is that they bake in the night textures with the day textures, so you just get it's basically one giant file that it's got to load.
Yeah, Frontier Flight 110, heading 130, right report the river in sight.
Heading 130, I'll let you know.
And you can make that heading 140 now.
And the night textures have not loaded for us yet. Let's see. The day textures are there. There we go. I gotta fix the see if I can fix the dynamic lighting. So there's a guy pushed back on Kilo. There she is. The nation's capital. Oh, easy with it. Speed brakes away.
River's in sight.
Speed out constraint start.
Okay, Flight 110, clear to river visual 100.
So we should see this guy in front of us. Mike Static keeps trying to get me to get the. There he is.
Clear to visual. River 19er.
So we should see him coming down. Mike Static's right. I gotta get the night lighting because I'd probably see that guy. There he is, right there. He's over the river. Just barely see him. Supposedly, the FSAI Reborn or whatever it's called makes it better. So we're gonna go to BAM and then decel. Then we got this other guy out here, 1600 below us. He's probably going for runway 19 at Dulles, I would imagine. All right, side stick cam's coming. Speed. Matter of fact, we're gonna pull to. Are we at 230 already? Thrust idle.
JetBlue 2534, descend to maintain 4,000.
Down to 4,000 now. JetBlue 2534.
Skywest 47, descend to maintain 5,000.
Thrust idle descent. Thrust idle open descent.
American 255 ready for taxi to the runway.
American 1855, runway 19er, taxi via Juliet, cross 15.
This is normal procedure when flying in the hour
Activate approach phase, please.
15 West Jet 18, Christian American 1859.
Frontier Flight 110, runway 100, clear to land.
Flaps 1.
Speed checked. Flaps 1.
Skywest 47, so to maintain 5,000.
Approach phase activated.
Bring some boards back out here.
Skywest 47, I see you descending, but I'm not getting any read back, so maintain 5,000. Okay.
Frontier Flight 110, I'm gonna go missed approach. Can you get me out of here?
Frontier Flight 110, heading 185, climb maintain 4,000.
185, climb maintain 4,000.
Not that bumpy, huh? I wish I had the clear air turbulence going. That's good enough. Where's this guy? There he is. So, I mean, I think this looks pretty good right here, but Mike Static says the FSAI reborn or whatever makes it look better. Dulles is like right there.
And Delta 800, just so you're aware, the bottom altitude on the arrival is 4,000 feet.
That's Dulles.
The airport's going to be off your left wing in 4 miles of Port Airport in sight.
Sorry about that. We have the airport in sight, Delta 800.
Delta 800, clear visual, 1 on our left.
Cleared visual, 1 on our left, Delta 800.
JBU2534, right turn heading 120 to maintain 3,000.
120 down at 3,000, JBU2534.
Frontier Flight 110, right heading 320 back to City Bridge.
Right turn 320.
Heading 120
Hello,
blue.
American 1855, runway 19,
Checked.
data.
Vertical speed down 700.
Checked.
Everyone at Cooper takeoff West Jet, correction, American 1855.
And JBU2534, report the river in sight.
We'll call the river JBU2534.
Automatic approach, Delta 1063 on my way to Washington, just crossed through flight level 150.
We've now begun our initial descent. Please remain
Delta 63, Potomac, ident.
Begin wrapping up use of laptops and devices of similar size. As in just a few minutes, we'll be asking you to stow them for landing. If you have
Approach Delta 2598, 14,000, descending via the Cat 3 arrival. We're looking for the ONAV, yes, on my 1 approach with Echo.
JBU2534, heading of 150.
150. We have the river JBU2534.
JBU2534, roger, heading 140, clear to river visual 19.
140, cleared the river visual 19.
Delta 2598, Potomac, ready to contact, descend via Cat 3 arrival. You can plan the RNAV 19.
Final approach.
Expecting the ONAV 19, descending Cat 3 arrival 2598.
Skywest 47, turn right heading 340.
Autopilot's
heading
away.
340, Skywest 47.
Skywest 47, descend maintain 4,000.
And down to 4,000,
Flight
Skywest
director's
47.
off, bird on. Flaps 2.
And Potomac approach, King Air November 2073 Tango's back with
Flaps
the
2.
take IFR to Hyena.
Alright, 703 Tango, clear to Hyannis Airport. I confirm your destination is Boston. Do you want to change that to Hyannis?
That's correct. I'll go ahead and refile. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. I'll change it for you. You're clear to Hyannis Airport as filed on departure. Maintain 8,000. Squawk 2164.
Clear to Hyannis Airport is filed. Climb maintain 8,000. Squawk 2164. King Air 73 Tango.
Oh, wow. Wicked crosswind.
King Air 73 Tango, read back correct. Runway 27 for departure. Call ready to taxi.
And King Air 7 Tango is ready to go.
Roger, runway 27 taxi the Alpha and cross runway 20. I can't tell what side of the airfield you're on. It looks like just you won't cross 20. Runway 27 Alpha.
27 Alpha. I'm on the 27 side.
To the 2534, runway 19, clear to land.
Clear land 19, JetBlue 2534.
Skywest 47, left turn heading 180.
180, left turn, Skywest 47.
Gear now.
American 1865, radar contact, climb maintain flight level 210.
Level 210, west side 18, correction, American 1865.
Flaps 3.
Speed checked. Flaps 3.
Skywest 47, continue left turn heading 150. Try to maintain
Speed
3000.
checked. Flaps full.
150 down to 3000, Skywest 47.
Landing checklist.
Delta 800, the wind 20016, 25, runway 19 left, clear land.
Speed.
Auto brake.
Clear to land, 19
ECAM
left,
memo.
Delta
Landing, no
800.
blue.
Landing checklist complete. Passing final approach fix. 1500 feet.
Skywest 47, when you roll out, Fourth River, site.
Sync rate.
River inside, Skywest 47.
Skywest 47, thanks, clear the river, visual, runway 100.
Cleared the visual, river, runway 1000.
Frontier flight 110, just to maintain 3000.
3000, Frontier flight 110.
Low. Oh, just frames.
100 above.
Dump.
100 above.
500. Minimum.
Continue.
Checked.
Frontier flight 110, heading 070.
070, Frontier flight
Two
110.
things there.
Skywest 47, and the wind 20014, gust 24, runway 19, clear to land.
19 cleared to land for Skywest 47.
Easy with it, easy with it, easy with it.
Frontier flight 110, heading 110, report the river in sight.
Heading 110,
Let
report
the
river
wind do the
inside.
work here. Let the wind do the work. Clear to land.
Checked.
Take off light, please.
Alright, river is in sight, Frontier flight 110.
Frontier flight 110, clear the river, visual, 19.
30, 20. River visual 19, Frontier flight 110.
American 1855, leave aerospace, Washington Center is offline. For
Spoilers.
change approved, connect.
Reverse grain. Decel.
Change approved. American 1865.
70 knots.
Manual braking. I think I touched one wheel there.
King 73 Tango.
But we are nice
That's
and
5
light.
runway heading, wind 1013, gust 19, runway 27, clear takeoff. And Frontier flight 110, start reducing your final 36.
And JetBlue 2534 cleared on Fox 26
And taxi Kilo to ramp.
kilo to the ramp for JetBlue 2534.
And Frontier flight 110, start reducing your final approach speed for space.
Reducing speed, Frontier flight 110.
After landing checklist.
Flaps.
Retracted.
Spoilers.
Disarmed.
APU.
Start.
Radar.
Off.
Predictive wind shear system.
Off.
After landing checklist complete.
And Frontier flight 210, 2.5 and trail of an RJ, runway 19, go to land. And Skywest 47, expect no delay on the turnoff for traffic behind you.
Oh yeah, look at that stacked up right there.
Roger, Skywest 47.
I said kilo and I went golf. Oops.
Delta 2598, descend and maintain 4000.
4,000, Delta 2598.
So we want a 2-minute timer from here because it's been about 6 seconds. That guy's high. This guy's high. We were low coming in. That wind's gnarly. Oh, he's got them 2.5 behind each other. So 2 minutes for the APU bleed. Taxi light off, please. Taxi light off. Wow, why did my frames take a dump here? I don't get it. This was one of my best airports. I think I gotta dump this and reinstall it.
Can your 207-310 your radar contact, see altitude leading?
713 is leaving 4.3 for 8,000.
Can your 7310 cleared right turn direct to Hoti, climb maintain 8,000.
Right turn over to Hoti, up to 8,000, King Air 73 Tango.
Getting for frames right now. 20. But I used to get so many more frames here. And I know it's not because I'm streaming. There we go, 2 minutes.
Skywest 47, we're vacating runway 19 right now.
Skywest 47, thank you. Right turn Alpha, right turn Juliet, cross 22 to the ramp.
Alpha Juliet, then 22 to the ramp, Skywest 47.
For the beacons. Much appreciated. Said he didn't want to go around a second time tonight.
I didn't want him to either.
It's the fuel pumps.
Delta 800 right turn and taxi Kilo to the ramp.
Kilo to the ramp, Delta 800, have a good night.
32.
217 on the blocks, 157. There's the ground power. I'll have the door any second.
Approach Delta 1063.
Delta 2598, clear direct Fergie.
Clear direct Fergie, Delta 2598.
Delta 1063.
Delta 1063, we're on approach now. Are we cleared for the runway yet?
Delta 1063, yeah, technically I controlled those, but I was actually getting ready to close here in a minute, so I wasn't going to bother you for a couple of minutes.
Alright, let's see what we got.
You established 19 or left?
A firm localizer established for 19 or left.
Delta 2598, cross Fergie at 3000, clear the RNAV RMP, runway 19.
Cross Fergie at 3000, cleared RNAV RMP 19, Delta 2598.
I had to do this in
763, the wind 20016, gust 25, runway 19 left, clear to land.
19 left, clear to land. Sorry, I didn't know your closing spin. Sorry to bother you. 1063.
No, you're good. Frontier flight 110, right turn Alpha, Juliet, cross 22.
Right turn Alpha, Juliet, cross 22. Frontier flight 110.
Potomac, thanks for the service. Yeah, JetBlue 2534.
JetBlue 2534 is not a problem. Thanks for lining that.
All right, let's see. V blue first. Felt good. 175, pitch 6. I knew I had that left roll on. Knew I had that left roll on. All right. So minus 175, happy with that. Let's see what the G-force was. It felt pretty light, not gonna lie. Felt pretty light. Let's see how we looked on the river. I was getting blown all over the place. Yeah, it was a little bit more to the right than I wanted, but pretty much a straight shot. Happy with that. The trick is to come off this exit, this road right here. You just come around the corner like that. And 1.3 G. Perfectly all right with that. Perfectly all right with that. The approach report's going to ding us and probably say that we landed on 3-3.
Pretty decent gust there, about a mile out.
Yep, it's our 15. God damn it. All right, so I just want to know. So looks like we might have bounced or held one wing into it. We're gonna have to do a replay tonight. I don't usually, but we're doing a replay tonight. Definitely doing a replay tonight. Let's get all these people off the plane. Let's go. We can actually do Shift B since we arrived. Close this. Maybe we'll get a couple more frames out of it. And then close this, because that's all filed. Ooh, hey. Because now I want to know. I'm not going to shut the plane down. I'm just going to go ahead. Let's see what Hoppy ACARS says, because that did feel like a nice soft landing. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, when the runways are close like that, does it to me on 22 left in Boston too. There we go. Telex. So this is 56 feet a minute. I don't know. I trust these more than I trust the other one. I mean, V Blue, it didn't say we bounced. Did it? Hold on a second. Let's see something here. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, it says we bounced, but I think it was a left wheel, right wheel. I believe it was a left wheel, right wheel situation. I was wondering if we bounced. But we're going to take a look at this bounce and see what it looks like. Because what I'm thinking is it was left wheel and then I held the right wheel over. That's my thought. Generally speaking, Hoppy and the approach report are the more accurate of the three or four things we use. So the actual landing was 56. I don't know. We'll see. We will see once we get all these passengers off. Could just disable. You know what? I'm gonna just disable GSX. It's not even worth it. Disable. Enable. Hide menu bar. Let's do that. Let's go. Let's do this. Oh no, I need panel states. Load state. Let's confirm this. Beacons. Yeah.
Cabin crew doors to automatic and cross-check. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be dimming the cabin lights.
So I actually want to see. Let's back it up because I want to see that last turn. If I turn my camera off, you'll have a good view here. I'll do that at the end. We'll do the outside at the end. So the wind's coming straight this way on us, basically. Oh, those ground textures are horrific, man. Never look at them this close. So I'm basically just letting it. And again, look at the track, right? We're going this way, and plane's going out. You know, plane's tracking that way. That auto gen up and around. There we go. Come around Teddy Roosevelt Island here. I really stepped on it. I didn't get the wing up enough here. I should have been doing a little bit of that. Not quite into P56, but not where I'd like to be. I'd like to be, you know, kind of in on over here. You can see we were bouncing around. And I corrected here. Remember, wind's still coming 200, right? So I'm betting that this wing is going to touch down first, and then you're going to see the other one set down. Or this gear. Kick the rudder, keep the wing low. Yeah, and then I let off it. So let's look at that. Let's see. Let's look at that. Right. Where are we? Let's see that from the gear mode. Let's see. Gear view. So let's see it from the middle of the gear. Oops. Why is that doing that? Oh. There we go. Oh, shit. Yep, that's exactly what I thought it was. D, I know you're here, man. Thoughts? Get one from the nose view, maybe? Well, I'm pretty happy with that landing. All right, one more from the passenger side. I'm going to turn off my camera. I want 5A for this one, actually. And that's what it would look like real world. One more time. We'll do kind of the, we'll do the full smash here. We'll do the full Washington experience. Past the cathedral. Me had to be anxiously looking at the engine to see what was going on. Watergate Apartments right there. I can see Monica Lewinsky's house. Kennedy Center. Past the VOR. And on that note, as we taxi the gate, we will see you guys next time.